Are we back in? Are we back in? Can I let you know what happened there? I'm not sure if we're back in, but I'm gonna let you know what happened there. Everything cut out. Are we? Let's get back on the stream manager to see if anyone's watching. This looks weird now. You can't plan for these things, can you? Wait. Where's that shadow? That shadow's there. Oh, that's just going to have to be there now. Okay. Are we in? Are we in? Is this... How dramatic. How incredibly dramatic. Are we good? We're good? We're good? I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like somebody doesn't want this quiz to continue. But you know what? They're not going to get their way. They are not going to get their way. Because this quiz is going to continue. Are we good? I need a... TB Douglas says we're good. Does anyone else say we're good? Yes, all good. Pterodactyl. Wonderful. Okay. Wow. That's maybe the most dramatic... You know, I pride myself in someone who's fought through a number of pretty exciting things going wrong, errors and hiccups, but that... may be the most exciting. That may be the most exciting. Where do we go? Where do we get to? Where do we get to? He's an accomplished racing car driver. I'll maybe be able to edit these together later and it'll seem like it's all very seamless. Number 2, Paul Hollywood is an accomplished race car driver. Is that yay or nay? So that's that one. That's good. Let's go for number 3. Paul Hollywood's favourite bread is a baguette. Let's just lower it down. Let's just get all centred again. Is that true? Paul Hollywood's favourite bread is a baguette? Can that be true? Just kind of take a little nerve quelling little sip of water here. That's not... There we go. That's a better backdrop. There we go. There we go. Is his favourite food a baguette? Who knows? 6:17 already. We're going to power through these ones, guys. We're going to power through these. Statement 4. Paul Hollywood is responsible for the most expensive commercially available loaf of bread in Britain. Does he have that claim to fame? Is that claim to fame one of his? He's got many claims to fame. If you believe statement number 2, he's also a race car driver. Yeah? That's a claim to fame. Just a little bit more water, I think. Just everything shut down. The light, the computer. I'm getting a stream report from the first half of that. 12 minutes and 57 seconds we lasted. FYI, guys. FYI, 12 minutes and 57 seconds. And then statement 5. Paul Hollywood's marriage broke down after he had an affair with fellow baking judge on the American baking competition. Getting scandalous here. Scandal. Is that yay? Or is that nay? The marriage broke down after he had an affair with a fellow baking judge on the American baking competition. You tell me, guys. You tell me. And then that's the first round of questions done. Questions. I don't know. Let's get that musing, though. We need a musing, don't we? If you were a type of bread, which type of bread would you be? And, of course, this can be question M, or it can be question 6. It's entirely up to you on your pen and paper, or phone, or laptop, or tablet, or, you know, as I say, just marking it out. Although that's a more ephemeral way of writing. It's difficult to kind of consult back later because you're having to remember where you placed your finger in the middle of in the middle of the air. Could be an extra challenge, though. Could be an extra challenge. There we go. We've got the first round done, guys. First round done. Thank Flip. Thank Flip for that. Let's go for another one. You want another one? Let's do another round. Connect 'em up. What is Connect 'em up? Well, Connect 'em up very simply is a connections round. I will ask you 4 questions that will all be about the arts in some way, as is my wont with this quiz. 4 questions about the arts. The answers to those questions will all be linked in some way. And I'm going to give you a spoiler. Let's see that question 5 first off. What's the connection between all of the answers? There will be a through line, a thread through all of the answers. And that'll be question 5. Getting ahead of myself, though. So let's go for that first question, question 1. In the popular song, what model of car did Sally want to ride around in? What model of car did Sally want to ride around in? I feel like maybe this should be a beer now. And I hate to use alcohol as a crutch, but sometimes you just need to take the edge off, am I right? I'm only human, guys. I'm only human. Question 2. 1001 Nights, the collection of Middle Eastern folk tales, is also known as blank nights. What is the missing word? What should be going there in that blank? Blank nights? 1001 Nights, sure, but AKA nights. What's that? Yeah? That's all I'm asking for here. Just going to recline a little bit just to get the old breath back. Just to get the old breath back. If anyone had any guesses that I would be referencing Middle Eastern folk tales on this quiz, congratulations, you get an extra point. Question number 3. Where do the protagonist hobbits live in the Lord of the Rings books? And I said books there, but I could also be saying films, because as I'm sure... Yeah, you're probably aware of this already, but there were some pretty successful adaptations of the Lord of the Rings books done the early part of the 21st century. There was 3 of them, I believe, and the hobbits were the little fellas, and they all live somewhere. There's a name for their town, city, dwelling, hamlet. It was more of a hamlet than a city, really. I didn't see any cathedral there. What's the name of it, though? And then question 4. What is the name of American singer Ginuwine's debut single? Again, if you were expecting me to reference Ginuwine, well done. I would advise buying a lottery ticket, because your precognition skills are really working out for you. Ginuwine. That is not the correct spelling of genuine, but I believe that's probably wise. It probably makes it easier for his SEO. It's probably what he's thinking of. It's the name of his debut single. And then question 5, you already know it. You already know that, question 5. What is the connection between all of the answers? Question 1, answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, answer 4. Something that links them, something that joins them, some commonality. What is that connection? And whilst you ponder that, obviously the more of those answers you got correct, the easier it's going to be. Whilst you ponder that, let's go for amusing. Musing. Let's go for the musing. Do you like Lord of the Rings? Sometimes the musings can be as simple as that, guys. Do you like Lord of the Rings? Do you like it? Do you like it? How much do you like it? I mean, a little bit of extra context wouldn't go amiss. But, you know, I'm asking you, do you like The Lord of the Rings? Ultimately, it could be a yes or no question. A yes or no answer, rather. Do you like Lord of the Rings? That's the connections round. Or the connect 'em up round. We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there. We're moving forward. It's only 25 past, and we're powering through. And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of each and every one of us, guys. Proud of you for sticking with it. All 7 of you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you're having a lot of fun. I hope you feel like we're using that time correctly, responsibly. Yeah? I'm doing my best, guys. That's all I can do. Next round. Look closer. This is, of course, the look closer round. As an artiste, you need to keep your eyes wide open. Yeah, there's inspiration flying at you all the time. How are you going to feel if a spellbinding idea just passed you by and you didn't realize because you're too busy daydreaming about the feeling of wet sand between your toes? You're going to be really annoyed. Really annoyed. That's how. So I'm about to show you some incredible art. It's one of my past videos, one of my very first videos, in fact. And when I do, I want you to look close, because there's going to be questions on it afterwards. Okay? We ready for that video? We ready for that video? It's a little video called Popcorn, and it's coming at you right now. Creating pieces of art is, without wanting to resort to hyperbole, my entire life. But sometimes it does pay to go a bit further, do a bit more, test oneself, go that extra mile.
But not me. What could be more important than creating a piece of artwork?
Ooh, I don't know actually. How about inventing an entirely new art form? How about that? How does that make you feel? Yeah, thought so. Art comes in many forms, and I truly believe that the day you close your mind to the possibility of something being art, that is the day you die. Drawing, art. Painting, art. Sculpture, opera, flute, food, sex dancing, shadows, all art, just like mine. And yes, it's strange. Some people would be embarrassed by it, I'd imagine. Not me. I farted and it smelled like popcorn. Have I eaten popcorn today? No. Just 2 slices of peanut butter toast and a sack of hash browns, which means that this wasn't a memory. This wasn't a remnant of something that had been. This was something new. This was a creation, a conjuring, a piece of art. Was it premeditated? No. Spur of the moment. Was it a conscious decision? In a way. I mean, I intended to fart, certainly. Gave it a little push in the hopes of eliciting a good quality sound, which I was successful at. A healthy, brassy baritone. But then the smell was there afterwards, like a little unexpected treat at the end, like a DVD extra or something, an interview with Jessica Biel or someone. A bum is, by its very nature, a thing of misery. I mean, we think of the things that happen there. Farts, poos, diarrheas, spankings, all of them terrible in most contexts. And yet this popcorny piece of art was a thing of beauty. It filled my mind with images of hot, buttery, sugary happiness, or salty if you're that kind of person, of first dates, of snogging in the back row, of the majesty and magic of the moving image, of horror and drama and gross out comedy and Spielberg and Scorsese and Miyazaki and McGee. It was a thing of beauty that came from a place I can only imagine is horrific. And that can happen. Beauty can come from ugly places. See, it's proper art. There's a message and everything. It was an artwork of joy with a single matinee performance to an audience of one. And it was proper art. Okay? I'm just lucky the winds of creativity were blowing in my direction.
Wow. Wow. I mean, it's raw, you know, it wasn't quite as slick as my presentations now, but yikes, there's something undeniable about it. There's something powerful about it, isn't there? Very much enjoyed that. So let's get some questions, shall we? Let's ask you some questions about that to see if you guys were paying attention, okay? Q1, Notme lists several examples of art in the video, including drawing, painting, and sculpture. Name 2 others. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. It's a decently sized list. As I recall, there's maybe 4 or 5 different items on it. But he went through them pretty quick. So let's see how you're able to pay attention. Whether you're able to look close. Need 2 of them. 2 of them. Not drawing, not painting, not sculpture. 2 of the others. Yeah? That's what we're after. Give you another 8 seconds with this. There we go. That's all you're getting. Question 2. What had Notme eaten that day, aside from 2 slices of peanut butter toast? That fateful day where he created an entirely new artistic form. Eaten 2 slices of peanut butter toast and what you're currently writing down on your piece of paper or phone, or, you know, we've been through that. Q3. What pitch was Notme's fart? What pitch was Notme's fart? And when I say pitch, I'm referring to, that we shouldn't give too much away, a pitch of singer. Let's say that. A pitch of singer in a choir. I've said too much. Question 4. What time is the artistic performance? It's very simple. Notme didn't give a precise time, so I'm not asking for a precise time. Just let me know roughly. Just let me know you're paying attention, guys. How are we doing? Are we all having fun? Not a lot of engagement today, but I'm taking that to be worrying about overloading the system and shutting everything down again. Appreciate that, guys. Preach. but also just kind of locked in on the quiz. There's no time for tomfoolery, and I respect that. That's what absolutely. TB, you're concentrating, I get that, and I don't want to stop that, yeah? Just wanted to make sure that we didn't have, any deaths. Or just passing out. Zachalicious, locked in indeed. Don't let me stop you, baby. Final question. Which actor was the DVD extra interview with? Which actor was the DVD extra interview with? Laser focus, Sarah Kilch. Laser focus. Love it. God, it's hot. Bam Bam Roll is nailing this round. Nailing it. Nailing it. Respect that. I respect that. Is that because of your patented note-taking system that was detailed last week? Because that's a galaxy brain play right there. Can I have an extra point for 3 answers in question 1? You can have, I will give you a quiet nod of the head, the type that a mentor might give in a sitcom or teen TV show, where the kid has, kind of gone off the rails a little bit, but then they bring it round at the end. And the mentor just gives them a little nod, and they know, yeah, that's worth more than the trophy. That's worth more than making state. Absolutely, it should be even better. I don't give those out for free. Not that, I'm charging you. What is the musing, I hear you cry? In an ideal world, what would your farts smell like? Like a poor Hollywood handshake. You're bringing it around, Bam Bam Roll. You're bringing it around. The cyclical nature, it's all... Oh, that's wonderful. That's terrific work. I'm so glad that I've given you the framework within which you can create so effectively. That's terrific. Hot dog. In an ideal world, though, what would your farts smell like? That's the question, guys. That's the question. And I'll tell you something. A little reveal into my psyche. This is something that I've spent a long time thinking about. This is something that I've spent a long time thinking about. What would those farts smell like, guys? What would they smell like? I just looked over to the chat again and saw like a poor Hollywood handshake, and I did think, how can a fart smell like a handshake? But it was about the previous thing, so that makes a lot more sense. How would a poor Hollywood handshake smell? Like bread. Let's go for... Oh, here we go. You want a round 4? You want an artiste spotlight? Yeah, I got one of them for you. Don't even worry about it. Game recognizes game. As an artiste, you have to be willing to shine a light on the work of other artists and be nice about it. That way, if they want to be polite, they have to say nice stuff about your art. That's how it works. That's how the world spins round, yeah? Reciprocity. This week, the spotlight falls on a young lady that I trust you'll recognize. It's Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. Beyonce. Wearing green there. The colour of envy. Or money. It was probably a money thing. Probably a money thing. I imagine she's fantastically wealthy. So let's see how much you know about Beyonce. Probably quite a lot, I'd say. Although it's kicking off with a difficult one, actually, I say that. Beyonce rose to fame as part of the musical group Destiny's Child. But how many people have been in Destiny's Child? How many people have been in the band Destiny's Child across all of their iterations. All of their iterations, which should be telling you that it's maybe more than you'd think. I don't want to say too much, guys. I don't want to say too much. Beyonce rose to fame as part of the musical group Destiny's Child. How many people have been in Destiny's Child? Extra fact for you, this might help you out. Beyonce has been in every iteration of Destiny's Child. There is not an iteration of Destiny's Child that didn't feature Queen Bee. Yeah? Because they knew. Do you know what I mean? She's the main event. It wouldn't make much sense to do it without her. Question number 2. Beyonce played Foxxy Cleopatra in the third Austin Powers film. But what was it called? What was that Austin Powers film called? Yeah. Yeah, I know. It is a great question. 6:41 already. Okay, we need to barrel through these guys. We're going to barrel through them, okay? Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Question 3. Which adverb precedes "in love" in the name of Beyonce's debut solo album? This is not Destiny's Child. This is solo, when she was rolling solo. In love. Again, it's another blank one, really. Much like the nights in round 2. Again, it's just these breadcrumbs that lead you through the quiz. It's fantastically worked out. I'm sure you'll agree. Question 4. Beyonce was nominated for Best Actress, Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes for her performance in which film? I'm not going to give you the year. That'll give it away. Would it? I don't know. It'll give you an extra clue, though, and I don't think you need it. Nominated. Didn't quite win. Didn't quite win for Best Actress, Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes for her performance in which film? And question 5, final question about Beyonce, but not musing. We still got that musing. What is the name of Beyonce's alter ego introduced in the title of her 2008 album? Her 2008 album. The title of it made reference to an alter ego that Beyonce has. What's that alter ego, though? What is it? I don't like this. No, I don't like the shadow thing. I think that looks bad. Might try and sort that out. That's question 5. And the musing, I'm going to give you a little bit more time with the musing. And this is a long one, as I recall, so I'm going to have to scooch over a little. Beyonce wrote Lemonade about how she handled Jay-Z's infidelity. If you wrote a concept album about a big moment in your life, what would your concept album be about? Or, I'm going to change this up on the fly, or just what was it called? What would it be called? Because Lemonade has really nothing to do with infidelity, as far as I can tell, as far as this guy can tell. But what would your concept album be about? Or what would it be called? Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to try and sort this light out. That's maybe worse. That's okay. That's okay. Let's say that. Let's do that. This is... Oh, you can't win for losing, can you, in this game? You can't win for losing. Final round, guys. Final round. And you'll know which round it is, right? I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't have enjoyed La Traviata anywhere near as much had Verdi not been so knowledgeable about the symptoms and treatment of tuberculosis. Artists need to know about the world around them, yeah, not just art. And so I present this round about not art. Nart. It's the Nart round. But what form does the Nart round take this week? I'm kind of hesitant as to whether I updated this from last time. I hope I did. And why have I only... Wait. Something's gone wrong here. Oh, no, something hasn't gone wrong. Oh, Lord. I'm on edge, guys. I'm on edge. Subject. Languages of the world. No, I was right to 2 seconds. It is, of course, celebrity religions. Nice and easy. T.B. Douglas. Nart. Absolutely. Zachalicious. Nart. Absolutely. You're both getting it pronounced right. And I appreciate that. Celebrity religions. What is this? This one's slightly tricky. This one's slightly difficult. I mean, not difficult necessarily, but unusual. Yeah? Because I'm going to give you all of the questions and I'm going to give you all of the answers. It's up to you to determine which answer goes with which question. I'll explain. I'm going to give you a list of celebrities here. And the list of celebrities is as follows. Javier Bardem, Spanish actor. Dave Chappelle, a Serbic comedian. Elizabeth Moss, handmaid. Pink, singer. Julia Roberts, just absolute America's sweetheart. I'm also going to give you a list of 5 religions. Okay? 5 religions. A. Atheism. B. Hinduism. C. Islam. D. Judaism. And E. Scientology. Both the celebrities and the religions are alphabetical order, so let's not look for any things of this. Each of these religions matches up with one of these people, okay? That's all you need to give me. What religion is Javier Bardem, Dave Chappelle, Elizabeth Moss, Pink, and Julia Roberts? The answers are over here, guys. The answers are over here. I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes. I might do some music, actually. Let's do a little bit of music. Equilibrium by Harris Heller. While you work this one through. This one's exciting, isn't it? I'm excited about it. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Atheism. Hinduism. Islam. Judaism. Scientology. Okay, 6:49. You've had enough time with that. That's it. That's done. That's good. And the musing. If your God has a face, whose face does it most closely resemble? I'm looking for someone famous with this answer. It may be true that you believe God looks like your Aunt Phyllis, and that's great. But think about the group, yeah? Let's all try and get something out of this. So if your God has a face, and to be honest, your God might not have a face. It might be a shapeless mass of creation. It might be, you know, a shoe. I don't want to put limits on who or what your God might be, but if it has a face, give me just so I can see through your eyes. Does God look like Kathleen Turner? Does God look like Greg Kinnear? Does God look like Barack Obama? Yeah? Let me know. Let me know. And that, guys, you know what that means? That means, let's go back to main. That means that the questions are over. You survived, guys. Well done. And your reward, as ever, is this short jingle in front of a random piece of stock footage.
I asked you some questions, but now the question part is done. Now let's hear some answers and find out who has won, which is everybody.
What was on the background of the jingle there? Well, it was a creepy guy, wasn't it? It was a creepy, creepy guy. But it was indicative of a hacker. That was my intention. It's supposed to look like a hacker, like looking at the computer. And here's your fun hacker fact. 600,000 Facebook accounts are compromised every single day. I mean, that's a lot. That kind of boggles my mind. Are there any still left, right? I mean, over a week, that'd be like tons, right? Billions, perhaps. So my advice to you from a cybersecurity point of view would just be to present a really good image of yourself on social media so that everybody likes you and nobody even tries to hack your account. A hacker might say, oh, I'm going to hack you. No. Seems like too swell a guy. Yeah? Engagement helps, I will say that. I always like people who engage with my posts, so probably if you like and comment on what your favourite people are doing, everything should work out for the best. Yeah? Yeah. Let's get some answers. Let's get some answers going, shall we? Yay or nay? Now, if you're just watching the second part of this, you'll have missed out on this first one. That was hard but fun. Killer Kilch. That's good. That's good. Zachalicious, also terrible. They want no part of you. I mean, good luck on the internet, because there are some horrors on the internet. So if you're confident that you can be so terrible that a hacker would not even want to damage his or her own computer by interacting with you, I'd say fair play to you, but I assume you're a pretty sketchy dude. The musing. If you're a type of bread, which type of bread would you be? Get them in the comments. Get them in the comments, please, while we go through them. Statement 1. Paul Hollywood is the third generation baker. Yay or nay? Yay. Yay. Paul Hollywood is a third generation baker. His father started a chain of bakeries called Breadwinner. Pun name, wonderful. His grandfather was the head baker at the Adelphi Hotel in Liverpool. A hotel in Liverpool, so he was able to make the best toast. Statement number 2. Paul Hollywood is an accomplished racing car driver. Yay or nay? Yay! Often in Aston Martin cars. Like, hey Paul, leave some amazing skill for the rest of us, yeah? You're a great baker, but also you're great racing cars. Statement number 3. Paul Hollywood's favourite bread is baguette. Surely that's too simple and straightforward. Yay! Yay! As discussed on the chat show, Alan Carr, Chatty Man, he revealed that. That was the only piece of information that I could find on his favourite bread. I thought that would be a fun question, and I think you'll agree. Yeah, really, really was. Statement number 4. Paul Hollywood is responsible for the most expensive commercially available loaf of bread in Britain that you can buy from a shop, buy from a store. Yay or nay? Yay! Again? Good gosh. It was a Roquefort and almond sourdough loaf available from Harrods, the very fancy London department store, for £15 a loaf. Gosh. I'm sure it was delicious, but £15 delicious? And statement 5, Paul Hollywood's marriage broke down after he had an affair with a fellow baking judge in the American baking competition. Yay! Marcela Valladolid Rodriguez. is the name of the homewrecker whom he did it with. That's right. They were all yays. Don't think you can pre-guess what... They were all yays, yeah? I'm mixing things up. Don't get comfortable with me, guys. I'm going to turn the tables. M, if you're a bread, what type of bread would you be? Let's see what we've got. Zackalicious. Focaccia. Focaccia. It's a wonderful bread to say. And I really do... I think that's a great choice. Pterodactyl, a nice rye. It's a hearty bread, isn't it? It's a hearty bread, which arguably is what breads should be all about. It's a nice hearty, lovely, nice rye. A nice rye bread. You can't be angry, I imagine, whilst eating rye. But just give me a ham sandwich on rye. Doesn't happen. I'll have it on rye, please. That's my instinct. Rosemary cheese tress. Tresse? Tress? Killer Kilch. I like rosemary and I like cheese. To be honest, I mean, the less about the bread. I don't even need to know what's going on with the bread to know that I'm going to like that a lot. Bam Bam Roll. Pan do me. Is that like are you doing a pun here? As in the bread of me? If you are, that's terrific. That's fantastic. TB Douglas, banana bread. That's a great shout. Possibly moving more into the realm of cake than bread. I don't know. I'm not a culinary guy. But I do like bananas. Brioche, says Sarah. Well done, Sarah. Thank you for saying that. Light, unhealthy, a little bit greasy, but delicious. Bolander 333, nut bread. Just nut bread. Yeah. Don't specify the bread. Don't specify the nuts. Nut bread. That's just a straightforward dude, Bolander 333, and I respect that. Killer Kilch platters bread. Oh, with the lovely plats and the... Absolutely. Gosh, is anyone else hungry? I haven't had my supper yet, and I'm very, very hungry indeed. And you've all made it a lot worse, so thanks very much. Points all round. Round number 2, connect them up. Platted bread equals tress. See, we're all learning things, guys. You thought you were just learning stuff from me? No way, baby. We're learning stuff from Killer Kilch. Platted bread equals a tress. Beautiful. Wonderful. The musing for this. Do you like Lord of the Rings? Get it in the comments. Get it in the comments, will you? As we go for the questions. Question 1 in the popular song. What model of car did Sally want to ride around in? Ride, Sally, ride. Mustang Sally, of course. Mustang Sally. Your Mustang down. Mustang Sally. Question number 2. 1001 Nights, the collection of Middle Eastern folk tales, is also known as Nights. If you didn't get this, I think you might kick yourself for not having a guess. Or not guessing correctly. Although if you're going to guess, you're going to guess this right, I think. Arabian. Arabian Nights, like Arabian Days, that was then adapted into Aladdin, potentially. That's my guess. Where do the protagonist hobbits live in the Lord of the Rings books and subsequent films? They live, of course, in the Shire. The Shire. Because they kind of all sound like farmers. The Shire. Oh, yeah. Shire. Question 4. What is the name of the American singer Ginuwine's debut single? Pony. Of course it was Pony. And if you're looking to keep your listening experience PG, as Notme is, I'd avoid it. It's filth. Question 5. What is the connection between all of the answers? The answers being Mustang, Arabian, Shire, Pony. Of course, they're all types of horse, aren't they? They're all types of horse. It's easy now. It's easy when you see all the answers. Do you like Lord of the Rings, though? Do you like Lord of the Rings? Bam Bam Roll. Yes, my pretty. Which I believe is a quote from the little ugly chap. Absolutely. Well done. Does a hobbit have hairy feet? I believe they do. I believe... as in... Does the... You know, is the Pope a Catholic kind of situation? That's great. That's great. That's using humour in a way that includes everybody, and I like that. T.B. Douglas, not really, never gotten through the book and fell asleep in the films. A damning review there from T.B. Douglas. A damning review. But then, would you criticize Sleepy Time Tea for falling asleep after it? Or is that just how you can use Lord of the Rings as a sleep aid? Just turn it around, yeah? Just look at it from a slightly different angle. Killer Kilch, no, but I get why it's good. I know. Your girl Sarah says, more than a dragon loves gold, which I believe in these books is a lot. So that's good. Dragons do love gold. Pterodactyl, yes. Precious is not pretty. Precious is not pretty. No. Precious is I mean, fugly, really, which is a portmanteau of flippin' ugly. What taters? What's taters? I'm going to take that to mean no, you don't like Lord of the Rings, and that's yours. That's absolutely within your right, Sakalicious, to do that. More than a dragon loves gold. That's nice. I like that a lot. Next round, what do we have? We had Look Close. Of course we had Look Close. We always have Look Close. In an ideal world, what would your farts smell like? Get it in the comments, please. Get it in the comments. Question number 1. Notme lists several examples of art, including drawing, painting, and sculpture. Name 2 others. Bam Bam Roll, I believe, is pretty confident about this. Drawing, painting, sculpture, opera, flute, food, sex dancing, and shadows. They're all art, guys. It was made quite a while ago, that video, but I stand by this. I really stand by this. So congratulations if you got any of those 5, any 2 of those 5 to get the point. 2 of these. Opera and flute will do it. Food and sex dancing will do it. Flute on its own, no way, baby. You need 2. Question number 2. What had Notme eaten that day, aside from 2 slices of peanut butter toast? Of course, the natural accompaniment to it, a sack of hash browns. A sack of Sainsbury's hash browns, but you don't need to mention the brand if you don't want to. Hash browns will be enough. You don't need to specify the quantity even. Hash browns and peanut butter toast. What a day. Gosh, what a day. Question 3. What pitch was Notme's fart? It was a brassy baritone. A baritone fart. I know it if I hear it, but I can't reproduce it, so I can't. But it was a baritone. It was a baritone. Question 4. What time was the artistic performance? It was a matinee performance, if you recall, at around 2:30. Around 2:30 in the afternoon that this performance took place. And which actor was a DVD extra interview with? Of course, we all remember. It was the lovely Jessica Biel. Lovely Jessica Biel with her lovely, lovely, lovely long face. Lovely, lovely long face of Jessica Biel there. In an ideal world, what would your fart smell like? I cannot wait to read about this. Peppermint from Bam Bam Roll. That's nice. Peppermint would be terrific, wouldn't it? That'd be absolutely fantastic. In terms of, I mean, that really moves into the realm of like some kind of air freshener, some kind of aerosol of like, maybe in the kitchen the cooking smells have maybe got a bit too much. There we go. It's all great. Lovely peppermint cloud there. Zacklicious, Thai curry, going completely the other way. That's the kind of smell that I would expect to be covered up by a peppermint fart. So that's wonderful. Thai curry, that's evocative. That would take you right into Thailand or potentially just a really great Thai restaurant. TB Douglas, something fresh and clean. Lemon and lime. Again, in that kind of Dettol type world, when that could happen, I've just finished cleaning the bathroom and now the pièce de résistance. There we go. And it's all, lovely. And then your guests would walk in and they say, ooh, what's that smell? And you'll say, I'll never tell. Bolander333, freshly baked bread. Maybe that's again Paul Hollywood. Maybe when he cuts the cheese, it's actually a lovely crusty loaf. And maybe that's how he describes it. So, excuse me, I've just laid a crusty loaf. Killer Kilch custard, that's lovely. A nice bit of sweetness there. Nice bit of sweetness from your botty burps. Anna Carine, hello Anna Carine. How are you? So pleased to see you. Pine trees, absolutely. Again, evocative. It's a smell. It's a nose profile that really takes you somewhere, isn't it? Either into a well air conditioned car, air freshened car, or into the Great Pacific Northwest. Wonderful. That's lovely, lovely. Pterodactyl, a lavender sachet, just a sachet of lavender. Again, lots of lovely clean smells here, and I really respect that, guys, because you've got it's a lovely few, but it's a functional smell. It's a lovely functional smell. Lovely bit of lavender. That's fantastic. Sarah says cotton candy, super duper sweet. Okay, so the Kilch is going all in on the sweetness. All in on the sweetness. If you'd had a curry the night before, I imagine your household might smell like some kind of fairground, which is not necessarily the worst smell, especially if you can avoid the inevitable smells of urine and vomit from some kind of fairground situation. Hello, absolutely, hello. What's that smell? It's art. It smells like art, Zach. Absolutely, absolutely. If I could fart, I mean, I can and I do and I have and I reserve the right to. But if I could change the smell of it, I maybe would go for the smell of old paintings. Next round, guys. Next round. Here we go. Artiste Spotlight. Artiste Spotlight. You ready for it, Beyonce? Sure am. Lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. The musing. Beyonce wrote Lemonade about how she handled Jay-Z's infidelity. Tell me about your concept albums, guys. Tell me about your concept albums. As much detail as you're comfortable giving, because it might get a little bit dicey. As we go through the questions, Beyonce rose to fame as part of the musical group Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child. How many people have been in Destiny's Child? Spoiler alert, it's 6. I wrote them down here. Beyonce Knowles, she was always there. Kelly Rowland, she was always there. Initially, it was Latavia Robertson and Latoya Luckett were in the group as well. Latavia and Latoya, then they left, were replaced by Michelle Williams and Farrah Franklin. Lovely bit of alliteration there. But then Farrah Franklin left and didn't regret it at all. And then we were just left with the classic trio, the classic lineup from then on out. So six young ladies as part of Destiny's Child in various forms. Question 2. Beyonce played Foxxy Cleopatra in the 3rd Austin Powers film. What was it called? Austin Powers in Goldmember. I will accept Goldmember only. If you've just written down Goldmember, you better give yourself a tick, because that's all right by me. A Dutch fellow, Goldmember was. A Dutch fellow. What adverb precedes In Love in the name of Beyonce's debut solo album? It is, of course, dangerously. Dangerously in love. Dangerously in love. Not sure whether I condone that kind of glorifying of it, but still these... Oh no, that's... Oh, it's all the way back there, isn't it? It's all the way back there. I think we're going to lose that anyway. Never mind. Dangerously in Love, of course. Great album, terrific album. I think she's wearing silver on the cover. Beyonce was nominated for Best Actress, Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes for her performance in which film? Of course, it was Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls with Edward Murphy. Edward Murphy was in that one as well, wasn't he? It's just being a bit more formal. I haven't met the guy. Lay off me. Question 5. What is the name of Beyonce's alter ego introduced in the title of her 2008 album? It is, of course, Sasha Fierce. Sasha Fierce. I believe the album was called I Am Sasha Fierce. But let's learn about some concept albums, shall we, guys? Let's learn about some concept albums. Beyonce, I'm sorry. Just apologising to Beyonce. A library book. Daily Diarrhea, A Life of Anguish. Ouch. Ouch. I mean, I love the alliteration, that you've taken the time to go with the alliteration in spite of the obvious pain that you were and probably are still going through. Back then, butthole, still heart. It still hurts, doesn't it, Zachalicious? I want you to know that we're here for you. This is a safe space. Let Me Go Swimming, the COVID edition. Just wanted to go swimming. Just a series of songs about wanting to go swimming. I would look forward to hearing the range that you could get out of that. I would look forward to that a great deal. A great deal. T.B. Douglas concept album about adopting my dog called Earnestness. Is your dog called Ernest? In which case that would really work on a number of levels. 2, mainly. But that's great. That's great. The process of me adopting Jesus was storied as well. A lot of emotion in that. And a really great music video came as a result of it. Sarah's childhood trauma. Yeah, I was worried it was going to get a bit dark at points. So let's move on. Final round, Nart. Final round, Nart. Celebrity religions. The musing. If your God has a face, whose face does it most closely resemble? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let's get it in the comments. Let's get it in the comments. We had Javier Bardem, we had Dave Chappelle, we had Elizabeth Moss, we had Pink, which is not her real name, and we had Julia Roberts. And the answers, of course, congratulations if you got these. 1 point for each. 1 point for each. Javier Bardem is an atheist, just doesn't believe in anything. Dave Chappelle is Islamic, aka Muslim. It's something that he's talked about infrequently. But he hasn't claimed to be anything else since, so we can safely assume that he still does that. Elizabeth Moss is a scientist, Scientologist, I suppose. So she is great. Pink is a Jew, which is that's the right thing to say. Jew sounds a bit inflammatory, but it's fine. It's largely the tone. She's a Jew. Fine, we got away with it. Julia Roberts, she's a Hindu. Eat, pray, love. Am I right? Eat, pray, love. So congratulations if you've got all of those right. Is it possible? It's not possible to get 4 of them right, is it? 3 or all the way up to 5. But yeah, well done to all of you who got something right on that one. Celebrity religions. What was the musing? If your God has a face, whose face does it most closely resemble? Zachalicious, Dom DeLuise. That's a wonderful shout. I haven't heard the name Dom DeLuise in some years, Zachalicious, so thank you for that gift. Thank you for that gift of just bringing that to me again. Killer Kilch, Viola Davis. Yeah, I could see that. If we're going for a lady god, I could see definitely Viola Davis. Most notably that meme where she's kind of rolling her eyes. That's not what you want to see from God, is it? That's, if you've done something that you know God wouldn't like, and then Viola Davis gives you the picks up her bag and leaves, you're like, oh God, why did I disappoint you so? That's a great shout. Anna Karin, Idris Elba. You wouldn't muck around, would you? You would not muck around if Idris Elba was your God. You'd say, hey, do this. I was in one of the Fast and the Furious films. You'd say, yep, sure. No more eating meat on a Friday. Thank you very much. Just fish for me. Thank you very much, Idris. That's a great shout, Anna Karin. Thank you for that. Pterodactyl, belated answer. Bonding bunnies, brothers for life. My bunnies are named Saucy and Pudding after Great British Baking Show, incidentally. That's fantastic. Again, it's one just big ball of yarn, this show. And it just, you just pick at a thread and then oh my God, this is wonderful. What is this, a magic trick? But it's not. It's just art and quiz and community and friendship. That's great. And also alliteration. It always works, doesn't it? It always makes things sound better. Bonding bunnies. Brothers for, if you could think of a synonym for life that began with B, I mean, you're off to the races. There's a book deal there already. Band member Willie Nelson. More of a benevolent god than your Idris Elba. Although he's got a kind of a cheeky glint, hasn't he, Idris? But Willie Nelson's much more in the kind of, don't plant crops next to each other. Oh, you did? You cheeky scamp. Sarah says Meryl Streep. Again, that's great. T.B. Douglas, Tilda Swinton. That might actually be correct. That's the thing with Tilda Swinton. I don't know what she is, but I like her. And it could be because she looks like our creator. Just in some way. And you just see her in the street and you think, what is that? It's Tilda Swinton. Is that God? Maybe. Maybe. Some top-notch selections here, guys. Hats off to you. If I could give you more than 1 point, I would. And technically I can, but I'm not. No. Together we are Doubt. Streep and Davis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who's Philip Seymour Hoffman? Now, that'd be the devil, wouldn't he? Because he was a naughty boy in that film. Bowland, a peanut butter. I built a peanut butter pyramid shrine in the Gobi Desert. The God looks like peanut butter. Okay. Absolutely. Is there a particular brand that is your godly brand? Let me know. That's interesting. That's a real interesting, in that it's very rewarding, lifts you up, gives you that nourishment. But then if you rely too heavily on it, you need to stand up for yourself as well. Bonding Bunny's brothers from birth. Zachalicious. You're there. Pterodactyl, the idea is yours. Go for it. Superb. What a wonderful quiz that was. What a wonderful quiz. There we go. Whilst you were all totting up your scores, I want to remind you that in this quiz, the score is only important when it comes to determining who gets to choose the yay or nay category for next week, okay? Whether or not you can say, I am smart, is determined only by you. It's you versus you, okay? Do you feel like you got all the answers you could have realistically been expected to get? That's the point of this quiz, okay? We're against ourselves. So we're going to get some music just while we chill out. Let's get some results in the quiz just when you're ready. We made it through, guys. We did it. And no power cuts or computers being destroyed is ever going to stop us from completing this quiz. I've had a wonderful time, and I hope you have too. Sarah, 23, Killer, 18. Beyonce, who runs the world, not this girl. That's a shame. But I'm sure Beyonce will forgive you. I mean, maybe Beyonce is God. A lot of people treat her that way, and she doesn't seem to shy away from it. So, Mabes, right? But those are great scores. TB Douglas, 20, not my best week. I let Beyonce down. Guys, we're not letting Beyonce down here. Yeah? If you got low marks in the Beyonce round, you know what that means? That you need to spend some time in the next week learning a bit more about Beyonce, getting reacquainted with Beyonce, chuck an album on, throw a few singles on, see how it feels. Watch Goldmember if you want. It's a rip-roaring ride. 22, my personal best. Well done, Bam Bam Roll. You are smart. Yes. Zachalicious, 11. Yeesh. Don't feel bad, dude. Don't feel bad. Yeah? It's all about building upon it. Yeah? If you felt like you let yourself down, then that's all well and good. But just 11 on its own, that's not a bad score, okay? It's all about context. Yeah? Bowlander 333, 18. Nice. Sarah did her proud. 19, also know nothing about Beyonce. The agency is coming for you. Yeah, that is whilst this is a safe space, guys, this is a very safe space. Couldn't really be more safe, if I'm honest with you. The outside world is harsh. The outside world is terrifying. Do not admit how badly you did in the Beyonce round to other people. You may be excommunicated from some really surprising people. Family units, colleagues, just people walking down the street. Oh, I don't really like Beyonce. Just can of beans. Pang! Just be careful. Yeah? Just be careful. So who have we got? Is that Sarah? I think that's Sarah. Bam Bam Roll gave him a run for the money, but I believe that is Sarah with 23. So you get to choose the subject of next week's Yay or Nay. You take your time though, because we are listening to Scam Likely by Abstraction, and we're having a great time. Whilst you think about it, this Sunday, we've got the Most Week show, 9 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be a great episode. It's themed around summer because it is very hot. I'm just going to turn my little fan on here. It's themed around summer. We've got a great short film coming up about seizing life. That's pretty exciting. We're going to have Acolyte Poetry Corner. So if you want to write a poem about summer, Sarah Kilcher's already got in on that. Sent me a wonderful poem this afternoon. And if anyone else wants to write down a poem and send it to me, please do. I'll perform it. I perform every single poem I receive, no matter how long, no matter how short, no matter how good, no matter how well done you for trying on that. So yeah, it's going to be great, and I hope you join me on Sunday. How are we doing? Sarah picks mushrooms as topic for next week. Get creative. Sure. Mushrooms. There we go. Congratulations to everybody who got involved, because you did as well as you could do, guys. I feel it. You're all smart. I hope you all had fun. I hope you have learned a little something and felt creative all at the same time. That's what we're doing here. It's all about fun, yeah? I am not me. We're going to turn this music off, actually, before we do the thing. We're going to go into the end music, and it's, we're going to do the whole thing. I am not me. I am Art, and I hope that you will join me next week, same time, same place, for another opportunity to say to yourself, yeah, you know what? I am smart. Cheers. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much for joining me. And I'll see you next time. Will I? Yes, I will. Closing titles.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though Rob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.